Hello again, folks. Shemima Begum, yeah, she's back. She's been given more airtime by the mainstream media. The same mainstream media who I think is riddled and infested by left-wing bigots who are quite intent on, I don't know, on completely screwing over Britain. So she was paraded on GMB this morning, and Piers Morgan doesn't host it anymore. I would have liked to seen his reaction had she been on screen, to be honest. He's like Marmite to me. Sometimes he gets things right, sometimes he's very, very wrong, but he's always an asshole. So she was paraded on GMB, and she said she didn't know what she was doing when she was 15, and she didn't know she was joining a death cult. She thought she was joining an Islamic community. But join them she did. I mean, ISIS is quite well known in the media everywhere. If you didn't know who ISIS was back then, when they were at their height, you could say, then you probably had your head up your arse or in the ground, in the mud. And it's come out that when she was with them, she was part of their Sharia police. And these are a group of men or women, and they go around making sure that people in that community are complying with Sharia law. And if they don't, then the punishments are really harsh. There are reports that she was pointing Kalashnikovs, rifles, semi-automatic rifles, at women who wore colourful shoes. She threw severed heads into bins. And apparently it's also come out that she was part of the Western Muslims who went over to ISIS, who were more overzealous than Muslims from that region about what was happening. So she was quite the piece of work, and she enjoyed it. So, of course, Twitter has come out, and they're trying their best, aren't they? The left, bless them, they really are completely fucked up. They want her back in the country, they really do. And they're doing all sorts of comparisons with other 15-year-olds and responsibility at that age, and it won't work. She can't come here. She is too much of a risk. She was with ISIS for such a long time, and what she actually did, that I wouldn't feel safe knowing I have kids, you know. She could be the next Manchester bomber. She could cause an outrage. She could take out a whole lot of people with a suicide vest on. And that's another thing she did. It's come out that she also stitched suicide bombers into their vests. Vests, of course, which had explosives attached to them. There are also many other questions to ask as well, like who the hell is paying her awesome legal bill? It's not cheap. Human rights lawyers, British lawyers which are handling her case, they don't do things for free. Someone's paying these people to do this, and it's going on for a very, very long time. And also, she's meant to be festering in a horrible hellhole prison camp. But look at this. She looks like she's just had a spa day. Something doesn't add up here, and questions need to be answered. Now, do you really need someone with that mindset who's done those kind of things roaming around freely here in the United Kingdom, being in our prison system, radicalising others? She's too much of a risk. I've got kids, you've got kids. I don't fancy them or myself or any innocent British citizen being a victim of Shemima Begum's potential for a terrorist atrocity simply because the fucked up lefties on Twitter, the virtue signalling self-righteous lefties in general, so they could feel good. It shouldn't happen. The safety of the citizens of the United Kingdom should be paramount to any government, and any government bringing her back would be a complete failure and a letdown to those citizens who pay their taxes. So the decision by the Home Secretary at the time to leave her in the prison camp to fester there for the rest of her days and keep her safe was fair and just. And to be quite honest, it's nice to see someone in government putting their people first. And of course, there is a huge, massive difference between anti-vaxxers who want to protect their children because they are underage to decide if they want the vaccine or not. Young teenage kids reading racist material online. And what Shemima Begum did was she not only talked the talk, she walked the walk. She knew what she was doing very well. She knew who ISIS was, and she participated in cruelties which they inflicted on their own people because they are effectively a death cult. And there we go. Let's just hope she never comes back. She festers in some foreign prison camp for the rest of her days and doesn't kill anyone or doesn't radicalise anyone else. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to support my channel, then feel free to buy me a beer. And until my next video, comment, share, subscribe, and Roger Trout.